Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about capacity, what it is, and what it means for the foreseeable future of the trucking industry. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always guys, big thank you for all the likes you've provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about capacity. You know, everyone's always talking about capacity this, capacity that, especially if you read into some of the industry journals and some of the reports from the various number of analysts that are out there analyzing different data and producing reports. Well, actually, before I start, let me ask you this. Did you guys know that big trucking companies expect failure? The difference is that they actually expect failure from you, and that's what they've been expecting from you guys ever since the market started to decline several years ago. But here's the interesting thing. You are the ones who are actually propping up the industry. The majority of the industry is made up of small trucking companies, owner-operators, mom-and-pop shops, such as yourself, such as the very customers that we serve here. And the trucking capacity question is super important. So what is trucking capacity? What is it that they're always talking about? What it actually boils down to is this. Trucking capacity is the number of pieces of equipment that is ready to go and available to put in work, right? Go out there and make that bread. So what's been the problem is that we've had this huge influx of carriers when the golden days of trucking were just back in 2020, 2021, and part of 2022, because those are the 2 years between mid-2020 to mid-2022 is around the 2-year mark of how long the freight market was hot. During that time, we had a huge influx of new entrants that came into the trucking industry, mainly consisting of small trucking companies, you know, 1 truck, 2 trucks, 3 trucks, small companies, right? Now, there's a great piece that was written by David Taube at The Dive. They're an analytics firm looking at trucking information. And what they did is they actually analyzed data from the FMCSA, you know, completely publicly available information. They actually give you the data sets. You can download it and play with the numbers yourself. Now, this data set involved grants, reinstatements, and revocations of MC authorities, and they basically, you know, dissected and broke the data in multiple different ways and gave us a really nice report, which I'll link to in the bottom in the description box. You guys can take a look at that, and I certainly highly recommend reading through that report. Now, the gist of it's going to be in this video here today. What we're looking at ultimately, guys, is an influx of new entrants that has stopped, and now we've been going through this major exodus. The problem is that trucking companies have been really getting frustrated. We're talking big box trucking companies, right? The CEOs, the CFOs, the chairman, all the biggest top guys, the presidents, the vice presidents of these trucking industry leaders, if you will, they're frustrated and they're surprised with your resiliency. Basically, and this is a quote, but you know, we're not going to name any names. You know, they basically expected a bigger exit at a faster rate, but instead, they got persistently stubborn truckers who are unwilling to fold. That's you guys. You guys are just stubborn, persistent, do not give up. And I absolutely love that attitude. I mean, there's a time and a place to stop kicking a dead horse, as you know, but many of you guys have a lot more to give and should definitely stick around in the industry. But here's the thing. Some people feel, a lot of these industry leaders and others as well, feel that the peak rates of 2022, all those stimmy checks that we all received, and then also the cheap fuel. The fuel was definitely cheap during those periods from 2020 to 2022. It was fairly inexpensive compared to now. And they're saying that that's what did it. People made a bunch of money. They're holding on to dear life, hoping for another increase. They're just trying to, basically ride out this wave. And up to this February 2024, weekly exits of MC authorities from the industry were absolutely flat for 72 weeks straight. So you guys have been holding on. Trucking companies have been holding on. They're putting in everything they can, every dime that they're making, they're putting into their operating costs to stay in business because they believe that the market will turn and they will reap the benefits of their patience. And I salute you for that. Now, what's the difference now? What has changed? Well, what's changed now is that the activations seem to be declining, and that's a good sign. Now, it could change because from the data that I was seeing from other sources, it looked like every time there was an improvement in rates and there was a little bit more money to be had, there was new activations. Now, I don't know if the correlation is close enough to be able to say that there is a real correlation, but the fact of the matter is that it does seem to be that way. So it's really, really iffy. There's a lot of back and forth, but right now, for the time being, it looks like the new activations are declining. And from January of 2020 to about February of 2024, we finally just now are starting to see more revocations than UMC authorities opening up. So I do believe that the market is shifting. I do believe that when I called and made that video saying that the freight recession is over, it was just the very first signs. I probably called it early. I look forward to being right in the future, guys, and I look forward to making it to the top with you. Guys, please leave your comments, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, do your thing, spread the word. I'm gonna switch over the camera, I'm gonna look over the loads that we booked for our customers, and I'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Guys, this week we have vans and reefers absolutely dominating, doing a great job. We had one guy just under $10,000. Now, it's been a long time since we got to these numbers, so things are improving, and in fact, that's what we're gonna start off with. Tariq, running in his regular dry van, very, very efficient. Carroll Stream, Illinois, going to Nampa, Idaho, a very long run, 44,000 pound load of steel coils, 1,687 loaded miles booked at 3650, got him 216 a loaded mile on a ton of miles. Then right out of Payette, Idaho to Brooklyn, New York, took a 45,000 pound load. It was 900 bags of onions. Now, this is where it's super, super important to have. This is the season to get your trailers vented. If you have a van, get it vented. Best upgrade, best cheat code, best thing you can do for yourself. Now, this load, onion loads, perfect example, they require vented vans. He had a vented van, required a heater. He also had a heater on this one, which worked out absolutely perfectly, but they would work with you even if you just had a vented van when the temperature goes up a little bit more. Nonetheless, guys, this was a fantastic run. 2,528 loaded miles booked at $6,000. Got him 237 a loaded mile on a ton of miles. One pick, one drop, going to a good market. He's going to come out of there next week for really good money. But let's get to the totals. He only ran 2 of these runs very, very efficiently, ton of miles, running Tuesday to Tuesday. Ended up grossing $9,650, ran 4,215 loaded miles at $229 per loaded mile. And get this, only had 41 miles of total deadhead for the entire period. I mean, he ran a lot of miles. Great job. It's an outstanding week, Tariq. Way to go. And the guys did tell me you ran every minute that you possibly could, maximize your hours. Absolutely fantastic. So way to go, Tariq. Moving on, we have a reefer. This is Anthony. He's running out of St. Elmo, Illinois, and a pickup out of Joliet, Illinois. It's a 2-pick, 1 drop going to Marne, Michigan. It's a light load, 15,000 pounds of meat, 357 cases running at 15 degrees on the temperature. 400 miles loaded, booked at $1,200, got him $3 on a dot there. Then out of Grand Rapids, Michigan to Owensboro, Kentucky, 38,000 pound load of turkey meat with 28 degrees on a reefer, 450 miles booked at $1,350, got him $3 on a mile again. Then Troy, Indiana to Hillsdale, Michigan with a 43,000 pound load of auto parts. These were raw castings. They had to have, it was climate controlled, 50 to 60 degrees on that product. 350 miles loaded, booked at $1,049, got him $3 a mile. Once again, absolutely killed it. And then Calumet City, Illinois to Gastonia, North Carolina, super light load, 12,000 pounds of cleaning liquids. Again, temperature controlled, 70 degrees and up. And there was a tanker endorsement on it as well. 726 miles booked at $2,000. Got him 275 a loaded mile on that one. Excellent money, $2,000. They finished off at a Columbus, Ohio, going to Mentor, Ohio quick run. 36,000 pound load of adhesive, 35 to 45 on a reefer, 161 loaded miles booked at $1,100. Got him $6.83 a loaded mile. Anthony, you killed it. You absolutely killed it. Tuesday to Tuesday, 7 days on the road, gross $6,699 in gross. Ran for 7 days, 2,087 loaded miles, very efficiently, lots of light loads. got all that at 321 per loaded mile average. 321 a loaded mile. Anthony, fantastic. I was almost swore there. On the next one, we got Mike in a reefer. 1 pick, 3 dropper out of Boring, Oregon, going to Newtontown Square, Pennsylvania, Hawkinson, Delaware, and Millsboro, Delaware. Sorry if I mispronounced it. It's a heavy load, 43,500 pounds of nursery, 45 degrees on the reefer, 2,970 loaded miles booked at $7,100. Got him $239 a loaded mile on almost 3,000 miles. Way to go, Mike. Way to go on dispatcher on this one. Then out of Harbison, Delaware, took a load to Westchester, Ohio to finish up. Loaded chicken, 40,000 pounds of fresh chicken at 28 degrees on a reefer, 587 loaded miles booked at $11.50. Got him a $1.96 on that one. Had a fantastic average. Did a great job. Only 11 miles a deadhead. Ended up running 7 days, Wednesday to Wednesday, grossed $8,250 in gross, $8,250, ran 3,557 loaded miles, only 11 miles a deadhead, and had 7 working days, a fantastic gross, and ran that at $232 per loaded mile average. Mike, absolutely fantastic. Next, we got Brian coming in. Brian, good to see your name pop up in a list. I know that last week you said you were going to make it on the list, so I'm happy to see that that did work out. Joliet, Illinois, coming out to God, the cities today. Shenandoah, Iowa to Omaha and Omaha, Nebraska. 1 pick, 2 drop, 25,000 pound load of rubber tires. 507 miles booked at $1,300. Got on 256 a loaded mile. Then Council Bluffs, Iowa to Independence, Kansas to 38,000 pound load of miscellaneous goods. 297 miles booked at $800. Got on 269 a loaded mile. Then Tulsa, Oklahoma to Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's a 30 pallets of paper products, 13,000 pounds light load. 774 miles booked at $2,100. Got on 271 a loaded mile there. Then out of Aurora, Colorado to Billings, Montana, took a 17,000 pound load of domestic appliances, 559 miles booked at $1,340. I think I know this broker and this deal in particular. Light load, very hard to come out of anything out of Aurora, Colorado at a decent rate that's not beer. Did a great job at $240 a loaded mile. Then Billings, Montana, 0 deadhead to Chubbuck, Idaho. It's a 43,500 pound load, 19 pallets of petroleum products. Tanker endorsement was required. He had that taken care of. 387 loaded miles booked at $1,000. Got him $258 a loaded mile. Brian did a fantastic job running Wednesday to Wednesday, $6,540 in gross, ran 2,524 loaded miles at $259 a loaded mile. Did an excellent job for this drive-in, and I'm sorry I missed your call, Brian, and I do owe you that dinner. Yes, sir. Brian did a great job. Next, moving. Now, next we got Damien in a drive-in coming out of Spring Lake, Michigan, going to Denver, Colorado, 42,000 pound load of food products, 1,159 loaded miles booked at $3,000. Got him $259 a loaded mile. Then right out of Aurora, going to Cutbank, Montana with a light load, 16,000 pound load of domestic appliances. I wonder if it's the same broker. 884 miles booked at $1,900. Got him $215 a loaded mile. Then Great Falls, Montana to Fresno, California, 43.5 on a load of baking ingredients. 1,267 loaded miles booked at $2,200. Got him a $174 on that one. Got him over to California, where they definitely going to have a good week next week. Friday to Friday, 7 days on the road, $7,100 in gross, 3,310 loaded miles, only 115 miles a deadhead. Absolutely fantastic, Damien. An average of 215 a loaded mile. Excellent job, sir. Excellent job. And finally, we got, let's take a look. We got Milagres. It's a reefer. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you back on the list. Coming out of Carroll Stream, Illinois, going to Fargo, North Dakota, 39,000 pound load of paint. Non-hazardous material on this one. So that was good. It was protect from freeze, so the reefer had to run on that one. 624 miles booked at 1,330. Got him 213 a loaded mile. Then right out of Grand Forks, North Dakota to Grand Prairie, Texas with a 40,000 pound load of frozen meat. -10 on a reefer. 1,156 miles booked at 2,750. Got him 238 a loaded mile. Then Denton, Texas to Talmadge, Ohio. It's a 7,200 pound load of just 4 pallets of glazed pecans, 0 to 28 degrees on a reefer, 1,207 loaded miles booked at 2,150. Got him a $178. Got him repositioned because out of Warren, Ohio, took a load to Wixom, Michigan, and Warren, Ohio. It's a 42,000 pound load of auto parts, 453 miles, made up the difference at $1,100. Got him 243 a loaded mile. Brought up his numbers Thursday to Thursday, 7 days on the road, gross 73.30 on a gross. ran 3,440 loaded miles at an average of 213 per loaded mile average. Excellent job, Milagros. Way to go, sir. Last but not least, we have Shelby in a dry van coming out of Madison, Illinois, going to Gering, Nebraska with a 44.5 load of animal food. 840 miles booked at $2,500, got him $298 a loaded mile. Then right out of Gering, Nebraska to Ole, Kansas with a sugar load, 41,000 pounds on a weight. 605 miles booked at $1,050, got him $174 on that one. Then Kansas City, Kansas to Valiant, Oklahoma with a 43.5 load of recycled cardboard. It was clean recycled cardboard. 419 miles booked at $950, got him $227 a loaded mile. Then Texarkana, Arkansas to looks like Kingston Spring, Tennessee. It's a heavier load, 45,000 pound load of roll stock paper. 468 loaded miles booked at $1,100, got him $235 a loaded mile. And he finished off with Parsons, Tennessee, coming out to Nevada, Missouri. It's a short run, 30,000 pounds of kitchen appliances and equipment. 463 loaded miles booked at $950, got him an easy $205 a loaded mile. Did a great job, Shelby. Tuesday to Tuesday, $6,550 in gross, ran 2,795 loaded miles at an average of $234 a loaded mile average in a regular dry van. Excellent job, Shelby. Welcome back and thanks for sticking around. Guys, as you can see, the rates are coming up, at least for this week. We're seeing reefers doing quite well. Vans are still doing very well. And we'll probably see next week or next few weeks, flatbeds start picking up. But here's the thing, guys, we're just playing, within a minor leagues at this point. We have to have a lot less trucks on the road because the volume of freight isn't just going to magically increase. Tonnage isn't going to magically increase. So we just simply have too many trucks on the road right now. The best thing that you can do, and ultimately the only thing that you can do, I suppose there are two things. You could reduce your operating costs that I keep harping on. Know your operating costs. Then you can figure out where to lower them. Another thing is you could increase your gross income. That tends to solve your problems. Run more efficiently, right? So if you're controlling your costs, which includes fuel and things like that, and you're also controlling your operating income that's coming in, you're gonna make it through these difficult times. But you're gonna know your operating costs, and then you also have to find a way to be able to make more money. And if you're not in the best of shape in terms of being able to negotiate these types of rates, in terms of being able to operate at these types of gross incomes, this type of runs that we show you guys week after week, then get in touch with us. Same thing with owner operators. If you're a leased out owner op and you're overpaying to your company, or worse yet, you're overpaying and you're under earning, then that's a really bad combination. In any case, if you're a carrier, you have your own MC authority, or you're an owner operator and you lease on under another outfit, come explore with us. Let's take a look and see if we can save you some money and make you more money. It's really simple. Call or text us 801-448-6363, or simply go to our website at aftdispatch.com and pick the right box for you, carrier or owner operator. And until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.